Aunjanue Ellis Taylor is joining us right now. I've just accepted the request. There she is! Aunjanue Ellis Taylor! Aunjanue Ellis Taylor! How are you?
Man of God!
Listen, Aunjanue, now I just need you to sit here for 1 second. We're going to talk about your movie Origins, which is coming out January 19th, originfilm.com. Check and see where it's playing near you.
Okay.
We're going to get to that, okay? But before we do, if you allow me to just sit there and be beautiful as she is, and I want to personally give you your flowers on my behalf and on behalf of the Black community. Now, for me personally, you've done a lot of stuff, you've done a lot of movies and a lot of TV, but 3 things you did are life-changing to me. Now, you first burst on my screen and took my breath away in Ray. I done seen Ray, I can't even tell you how many times. You is just as important as Ray Charles. Just let me say it. To me, you just as important as Ray Charles, okay? Because you is just, you do things so well, okay? And then, now you know I'm a church kid.
As is I.
You know I'm a church kid. So when you played Maddie Moss Clark, I said, oh, Lord, I couldn't believe the Clark sisters got a movie. And when I seen you was playing Maddie Moss, I said, oh Lord, this can't get no better. Okay? And you are, I mean, brilliant. And then I turn around, my good friend Will Smith, I don't know if you know, I met Will Smith one time, twice. Great friend. He hasn't texted me in a while, but he's a busy man. I saw you in King Richard, and you did it again. Lovecraft Country, Undercover Brother, the list goes on and on. We, the Black community and the Black delegation of Black folks, want to thank you for your gift and your approach to the craft. No matter how big or small your role is, you as an audience member, we zero in when you on the screen. You could have one line, you could have one scene, you could have 100 lines, 100 scenes. When you on that big screen, we hold our breath, and you just are amazing. So. Flowers, throw some flowers in the comments, y'all. We got to give love to our people right when as they build, we got to love them all up and through. Now, you Mississippi's finest, Aunjanue. My first question is this. You live in Mississippi. You go from LA.
Yeah, I don't live here. I don't live out here. I am here at the moment, but yeah, I live in Mississippi and Georgia at the moment, yeah.
Listen, you said, let me get back to the South where I love it. Let me go. Okay, so let's talk about the film. All right, so if you guys don't know, Origins is coming out January 19th.
This Friday, y'all. Don't miss it.
Friday. Don't miss it. Go to originfilm.com to see originsfilm.com to see where it's playing near you. If you can't make it, you can buy a seat for someone. They have a program called Seat 16 where you can give a ticket to a student. They get a master class, all type of love, things like this. Now, the film is about Isabel Wilkerson, okay? And she's a Pulitzer Prize. She won a Pulitzer Prize, or she nominated? 2-time Pulitzer Prize winning writer. And she wants to study caste, right, in the world, right? So racism is a derivative of the caste system. The caste system, kind of put bluntly, is where you were born and how you fit in, and if you feel better than someone, like social hierarchy, right? So, and the film she investigates, I should say, the caste systems in Nazi Germany, in India, and in the American South, right? And I guess the hypothesis of the film is that this is a problem that's going to continue happening if it's not confronted. Okay, what drew you and your amazing acting ability to this script?
Everything that you had just said. Yeah, you know, Isabel Wilkerson is just said that's an incredible writer, and I highly recommend folks to read the book as well. It's called Cast, and you know, it's people are
Mhm.
daunted because it's nonfiction, it's history, but it's really accessible, and she breaks down white supremacy. She tells us that the Nazis studied us to figure out Nazism in Germany as a blueprint for what they were doing to the
Mhm.
Jews in Germany. You know, that Martin Luther King traveled to
Wow.
India and he broke bread with people, the Dalits, the untouchables, what we are in this country. That's how they see
Mm.
themselves now in India.
Yeah.
And they were singing We Shall Overcome, you know. So there are all these connections. That's
Wow.
what's so great about the book. That's what's so great about the film is that we're making all these connections between us around the world and how we are bound by this thing called caste, which is just used as a tool to, you know, keep us in place. And we got to break it down. We got to disrupt that.
Now,
Okay.
I'm on social media often, right? And I saw you were physically handing out postcards
Yes, I
at an
was.
AMC in LA to get people to come to do your movie. Now, before I hear your reasoning, I want
Why?
to say I was upset. I was
Why?
upset, Aunjanue. Not at
Why?
you,
What's
not
wrong?
at you,
Tell me why.
not at you, not
What's
at
wrong?
you, because you're an artist and you want somebody to see your work. Because I felt like, why is Aunjanue outside in the cold trying to promote? I feel like this movie should be on the billboards. It should be on Times
Mhm.
Square. Everybody should know about it. But why were you willing to do what many of
Mhm.
us artists have done when we first started? Go out there and
Mhm.
literally hand out flyers. What was it? Just this movie that meant so much? Like, what made you feel, compelled to go out there and talk to the people like you
Because
are?
I want people to see it, and I have no pride about that. I have no pride about it. I want folks to
Mm,
see this film, and we don't have millions and millions of dollars of promotional money. So if you want something to get done, you got to do it yourself, you know. And so that's why I did it.
yeah,
You know, I'm
yeah.
I'm the lead of this film, and I think a lot of times people think that as a lead of something that it is a position that where you are being served. I don't see it that way. Being number one on the call sheet or however you want to call it, it's a position of service. Leadership is service. And I have to lead by example.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I am out in these streets because I want people to know about this film. If we don't have no billboards. You are out here right now. If you drive down Sunset Boulevard, Netflix got every billboard. You know they got that on lock. We don't have that money. So how about here, ma'am? Here, ma'am. How you doing? Will you please take this piece? I hate paper too, but would you please take my piece of paper? Whatever it takes. I believe in this film, and I want Black folks to be engaged with it because I think it will matter to them, you know?
Absolutely. I think it's so imperative, right, that this movie's coming out. Today's Martin Luther King Day. And I think that a lot of times in America, right, I feel like Black people truly understand, a lot of Black people truly understand everything Martin Luther
Mm-hmm.
King was saying and talking about. I feel like America often focuses on one part of one of his speeches used incorrectly and out of context. And they often use Martin Luther King to try to silence Black people, and they don't talk about the other stuff that he was talking about, right? So Martin Luther King was talking about, he was obviously talking about Black, civil rights and all that, but he was also talking
Mm-hmm.
about poor people overall. And if Black and brown people could come together, poor people overall. So I think it's very, apropos that this movie is coming out, the week of Martin Luther King's birthday. So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
As an actress who's been in the game for a minute, what is it like to be
Mm-hmm.
the lead of the movie? One
All right.
second, Anjan, I want to show
I'm
you something.
scared.
I just want to show you something real quick because I put this in my phone. All right, now here is the
Right.
poster. All right, that's you, Anjan, all by your lonesome. You is all by your lonesome. I'm the type of person who I would say, if now y'all know y'all could have scooted me up and shown in my shoulder. They got all this blue space. Why y'all didn't scoop me up and fill out more of the poster? Y'all got me looking up. Fill me out. Fill me out on the poster. What did that feel like to be number one on the call? If y'all don't know what number one on the call sheet means, in a production, the biggest actor is the first name written on the call sheet, and then it goes down, 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 and down, and down, and down like that. I started my own production so that I could be number one on the call sheets, but on other people's call sheets, I'm 15, 16, 22. That's fine. In my stuff, I'm actually 0 on mine. I go above
you're an integer.
Number one, and I put 0. I'm an invisible number when it comes to my own stuff, and I write my name in every available area. But you know, some people act their whole career and never lead a film, never are number one on the call sheet. What did it feel like to achieve this level of, I would say, notoriety? Because you've already had success, you've had varying success, but this level of notoriety to lead in a film, be on the poster, like, did you feel yourself a little bit?
And say no, I didn't. I didn't feel myself at all, because it's a responsibility, as you know. You know what I mean?
They don't tell you that part.
They don't tell you that
part.
They, it's all, you think it's all glory, right? And maybe there will be a point or some point in my life where it would feel like, yeah, okay, I'll receive this. But right now I got work to do. I got work to do, So no, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Aunjanue, I can't believe you are as great of a person as you are.
Yeah.
You said leadership is a service. You had a great opportunity to be full of ego, and you didn't take it. You out here handing out flyers. Like, nothing is beneath you. You stay out of the limelight, and you are how are you, why are you this way? I don't know how else to phrase this question.
Yes.
Because you are just as genuine. You remember we met at the red carpet on the Oscars?
We did.
And I still got that picture in my phone. I would never delete it.
Was I not happy to see you? Was not happy to see you?
I could not believe it.
Why are we giving flowers here? Can I listen? No. Don't, brown man, don't turn red, because it's about to go down. It's about to, let me tell you the joy that you give me and my family. I'm telling you. Me and my girlfriend Imani Wilson, we talk about you all the time. Like we call you youth minister. That's what we call you. Yes.
That's what I am.
I appreciate you so much, Kevin.
That's what
honestly,
I am.
Really. You and your wife, your family. Oh my God. You don't know what you do. You do. You just what you do, what you give me. See there we go.
I told you I'll never delete it, and I want to distract you from what you're saying.
I ain't fooled. I'll let you off the hook, though.
Thank you. Listen, I think I like it. Often think of this, what we do. And Tony Baker, a good friend of mine, is in here as
great
well.
too.
I think we are. I love it. I love it. Don't keep it all to me. He's great.
Stay focused.
Like, this isn't. That's not what that's about. I do, I love what you said. Leadership is a service. I was just thinking about this. I was just talking to my wife about this. We got to shoot on Thursday, and I got to go one of my office, because I'm the only one on the team with a pickup truck. I got to break this table down, put it in the back of my pickup truck, and take it there. And because there's nobody else to do it, like, you just have to do those things, right? And I think of what you were saying. Although we are spread apart, I still feel like we are the Black community, and I think my role in the Black community is to bring joy, right? And to give people opportunities. So I use my gift so that after a long day at work, people can come home, sit in their carport or outside their apartment or outside their house, and for that 10 minutes before you don't want to go in, you can have something to laugh. When I'm having a rough day, I can go watch you work, and for that hour and a half to 2.5 hours, I have not a care in the world. You have the ability, through your work and through your skill, to basically whisk us away into another world for 2 hours. And you embody these characters so well Why are you such a better
Okay.
actress than almost everybody else?
Okay. All right now. I am not. So there's that. I am not. I am
That's
not.
incorrect.
I am not. But we're not
You
gonna argue.
are.
But I am not. But you know what? Let me tell you something, church kid. Let me tell you something, church kid, and I think you'll agree with this. I wouldn't take nothing from
Okay.
my journey because I was a church. I am and was a church kid too, and I know
Mm.
that has informed the kind of person that I am. It's informed the kind of creative person that I am. However, I express myself. Them Sundays and Wednesdays and Bible study and prayer meeting and choir
Yeah.
rehearsal and mission meeting and usher boy meeting.
Yeah.
It made me be what I am. And people say this a
Yeah.
lot, like, "Oh, you from Mississippi?
Yeah.
You know, you stay in Mississippi. It keeps you grounded." I'm like, no, it doesn't. It gives me wings. It helps me fly. It helps me fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Say more.
I'm not
What do you mean
interested
by
in
that?
being grounded. What I'm interested in is being a good person, a person who can,
Mm.
as you say, create opportunities for people, be kind to people. I don't think you have to do your job and be, excuse my language, be a butthole. I don't think it requires that. I don't.
Yeah.
You know, and as a leader, as being number one on the call sheet, I go to work. How can I make your job easier? How can I? You know why? And I do it for selfish
Yes.
reasons. Because if I make your job easier, guess what I can do? I can go home at night quicker.
Right.
Tell the truth about it. You know what I mean? Because if I'm like, I need do this for
Yeah.
me, why isn't this done for me? I need, I. Somebody got to take their time out of doing what they're doing to cater to me. I'm not interested in that. That don't do nothing for me.
Listen, I love that so much. This is why I feel like we connected so well. We kind of see the world the same way, and we have the same background. I totally agree with you. The church kidness. Listen, after service, we done prayed, we done shouted, we done fell out, and now we gonna put these tables and chairs in the fellowship hall, and everybody in here is gonna put these. And when we done eating, we all gonna put these tables and chairs back, and we going right back to 3:30 service. I really
Right.
haven't changed from then. No, in my churches, the pastor to the children, we all grab some tables
Right.
and we go
Right.
and put these back here so we can
Right.
eat and we can get back here for
Right.
3:30.
Well, so you lived a life where, like me, you came to church when it was nobody. You were the first people that walked in the church. Like you turned the lights on. Like
One
that's the life I
thousand
lived.
percent.
Yeah.
1,000%. Have the keys, unlock, lock, let people be. Listen, sometimes if I can be honest with you, I'm frustrated at the Holy Ghost because I'm like, we done been here all night. We done
Period.
been here all night. The Holy Ghost let us go. We laid out. We're tired.
Oh, God.
Let us go. I want to know. The cast is amazing. John Bernthal, Niecy Nash. What was like? I mean, these are all my favorite actors
Come
and
on.
actresses, and directed by Ava
Visionary
DuVernay.
director. Visionary director.
Like, and here's what I love about this too.
Yeah.
Now, Ava
Yeah.
wrote and directed this, right? Everybody passed on this film. Ava went and
Yes.
got the financing herself from
Right.
philanthropists
Right.
to get it
Right.
made, right? She's a leader as well. She's a leader as the director. You're the leader as an actor. What was your
Yeah.
experience through
You
this
know, it's
process
what
like?
you described. I mean, she is that kind of leader as well on a set and trying to get something done. She's doing it. She's doing it all, you know, because it has to be done.
Mm-hmm.
I have never been around someone I've been around a lot of determined directors, but she is separate and set apart in what she does. And she's a kind of director that wants her actors to feel everything live and in the moment. When you're seeing
Yeah.
things on in Origin coming out January 19th this Friday, you're seeing me
Yes.
experiencing that for the first time in live and living color. When I'm in India
Mm.
walking across that intersection, that's for real. That is all of that's real. And a lot of
Wow.
stuff we did, don't tell nobody, a lot of stuff we did guerrilla style. We didn't have don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody, y'all.
Ain't
We
gonna
didn't
tell
have
nobody.
permission for a lot of the stuff we did. You know, that's just her energy. That's who she is. I wanted to work with her since I worked with her on When They See Us that came out a few years ago. That changed
Yeah.
that changed the justice system essentially in New York City. Yusuf Salam, who's one of the exonerated,
Yep.
is going to be a New York City councilman. And I know that those seeds were planted
Man.
from When They See Us, you know? Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, you are amazing, and everything you touch is gold to me. I'm just speaking for myself, Kevin. Me and Tony Baker, we're gonna buy a theater out to support the film. We talked to your team already about that. I want to make sure people can see it, even if I can't be there. Because listen, we look, y'all, and I hate to say it. The unfortunate truth about this film is the reason it's getting made is
Yes.
because it still needs to be
Yeah.
said and understood, right? Black people, by and large, by design, are in a similar position
Right.
as we have always been, right? Our stories are suppressed, hidden, erased. So whatever I can do to do that, Tony said, let's do it. You know, Tony loves films. He's a great person. All jokes aside, he's one of the best people in the world. And he also has a lot of money, so much money. He don't really do nothing but buy Jordan 1s and smoothies and stuff. So we will be happy
Thank
to
you.
lend our wallets to the cause. I want to leave you with one more question because I know you got a lot of press. What did you, when you read the script and you saw what Isabel did, I imagine you read the book and you got that. What do you do? How do you sit down and say, okay, here's my role. Here's how I'm going to approach this. Can you walk us through like your process
One of the great
if that's
things that
okay to
Ava
share?
wanted to do was what she wanted to explore was a Black woman thinking on screen. You know, because
Interesting.
we are so sort of boxed in terms of what the expectation of what we do on screen and what we are frankly allowed to do on screen. And what we do or what we are expected to do anyway is very presentational and all the things. And what she wanted to do was
Yeah.
she wanted to explore something on screen that was quiet, that was nuanced, and that could be expressed in my face and dramatize dramatize a Black woman's brain, a Black woman genius, which is what Miss Wilkerson is. And I just had to lean into
Wow.
that as much as I could, and that's what I tried to do. Yeah.
Woo! Listen, I can't wait to see the film. Thank you so much for talking with us. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for everything you do. Much love to you. Y'all who are watching this live or as it's posted, do what you can. Even if you can't make the movie, buy a ticket the first weekend, give it to somebody else. If you ain't got nobody else to give it to, just buy it. The first week matters the most in Hollywood. The first weekend sales matter more than pretty much anything else. And it only takes us an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours to experience this. This is someone's life for a year and a half. Ava started on this in 2020. It's 2024. So she's put in years. Aunjanue is putting years for this movie. Please honor their sacrifice with your $12, $15, $20 so that these stories can continue to get told. Because at the end of the day, Hollywood is a beautiful business, but it is a business. If the movies don't make money, they'll use it as an example of saying, this is why we don't need to tell these stories.
Yeah.
See, we ain't even make no money. That's what they'll do. But if it does make its money back, if it does more, then it's an example of actually these stories are great and these stories need to be told and we should continue to finance them. Aunjanue, this is one of the greatest days of my life. Thank you so much. When I'm coming to Mississippi, I'll come to your house. We can hang. We can have some cornbread. I've just invited myself, or Georgia, whatever you want to do. You let me know. We'll make an afternoon of it. I'll come just to hang out with you. And I appreciate you.
Right.
Thank you. Y'all go see the movie.
Y'all have a good one.
Thank
Happy
you so much.
MLK Day, y'all. Bye.